Hey guys.
Hi guys.
We're back again, Todd and Andrea. And today's episode we're going to be doing another recipe for you, something that we really like as an alternative to some of the higher fat, higher sodium, greasy foods that we all know and love. Pizza. The crust on this one is going to be a little bit different in the fact that it's made from the underappreciated, underutilized white vegetable, the cousin of broccoli, cauliflower.
When I found that I could do other things with cauliflower, it was amazing because cauliflower actually absorbs some of the seasonings that you put with it. Though it's not bread, it's very tasty.
Here we go. Now the first question you might be asking is, why would you do this? Well, partly it's to taste, because we like vegetables. The average slice of pepperoni pizza that you buy contains roughly 330 calories. Of course, who's going to eat just one slice? It includes 22% of your daily fat intake, 30% of your saturated fat intake, and 36% of your sodium intake. So clearly a little bit better alternative is necessary. Okay, so first we got to go through our list of ingredients. So what do we need, Andrea?
You need 2 cups of uncooked cauliflower. Use fresh, roughly chopped. 1 cup of fat-free mozzarella cheese. 1 cup of reduced fat mozzarella cheese. 1 egg. 1 teaspoon of oregano. 1 teaspoon of basil. 2 cloves of fresh garlic. 1 teaspoon of powdered garlic. 1 teaspoon of salt.
And of course, can't forget the topping information, pizza sauce and turkey pepperoni. Delicious.
This is my 2 cups of cauliflower. First thing you need to do is you need to microwave it. You're microwaving it until the color changes to almost kind of looks like it's clear. That is what you're looking for in this recipe. While your cauliflower is in the microwave, go ahead and preheat your oven to 450 degrees.
Which is like 220 Celsius or thereabouts.
After about 5 minutes, the cauliflower is done. As you can see, it kind of has a translucent color change to it. And that is what you're looking for. You don't want it any more done than this. It's going to become mush and then it's not going to really be a pizza crust. The next step is to put it in a food processor or a blender. Unfortunately, we don't have a dog in the house to clean up cauliflower. And then you're going to fill it with water. If anybody's ever heard of ricing cauliflower, this is exactly how you rice cauliflower. Put your lid on, and you want to hit the pulse mode. This will actually look like rice. You do not want it to be like a blended smoothie consistency. Okay, after 2 or 3 pulses, this is what you're looking for. Can you actually see that it looks like rice?
Hopefully.
Bring it to your colander. I'm going to show you this one. If you notice, it's a very fine mesh. This is great for this recipe because you need to get out as much water as possible, but you also don't want to lose your cauliflower. Okay, you want to get out as much water as possible, so push it to the sides and push your hands down into the cauliflower. Okay, after a few minutes of pushing on the cauliflower, you will get out as much water this way as possible. Also, you can see that this is a pretty messy recipe, but at the same time,
just what I like.
So we also want to save as much of the cauliflower as possible. Wipe your hands off over the colander and just try your best to not get it everywhere. The next step is actually to get out more water. You want to take a baking sheet, line it with paper towels, and then bring your cauliflower over and dump it on. And you're going to push it out, get it all over. Kind of mash it down with your hands.
And this is something you might have to do 2 or 3 times with paper towels because there's still going to be a lot of moisture in it even at this point.
Yes. And I also take paper towels and put it over top. So that's what we're doing now. I'm going to push some paper towels just on top of it. Be careful when you lift because some of it does get stuck to the paper towel and you don't want it all over your floor and all over your counter.
Okay, at this point it still looks like something your kids would probably steadfastly refuse, but that's going to change soon.
Okay, and we're going to put the cauliflower and I'm just trying to get all of it off of the paper towels or as much as I possibly can.
Okay, there we are, riced cauliflower. Now we need to make it a dough, which is where the rest of our ingredients are going to come into play.
First thing you want to do is you're actually going to want to mix these two cheeses together. And then you're going to take 1 cup of the cheese is going to go into your recipe. There's another cup in here because you originally had 2 cups of cheese. This is your topping. Then 1 egg. Also always want to crack an egg in a separate container. Where you put the egg in here, of course you want to kind of beat it up. Alright, now let's beat up, just pour that in there. The egg is also the binder in this recipe. 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of basil, my 2 cloves of fresh garlic, and then a teaspoon of powdered garlic, and a teaspoon of salt.
Nom 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 nom.
Next up, we're going to mix it together. I have to say, when this does cook, the house has this amazing smell to it. Okay, it is well mixed now. You're probably going, huh? That doesn't look like any dough. The cheese and the egg, as it cooks, will actually hold it together. Next up is crucial. First time I made this, I did not spray the pan well enough. It stuck. So I actually used the Reynolds Wrap non-stick. So, really coat your pan.
Okay, pan's coated.
Now you are going to put the ingredients on the pan.
At this point it's still going to be kind of a crumble,
Yes.
but that'll change once you bake it.
Okay, and you're just going to push it out like like you would a pizza. And you want it to be pretty even as far as thickness.
Alright, now we're starting to look like a pizza dough.
Yes. I'm going to put it in the oven at 450 degrees Fahrenheit. I have a little trick. I set it for 12 minutes. And then I will show you what my trick is that nobody else that I have seen does. Helps the pizza get a little crispier if you like a crispy crust.
Okay, first 12 minutes are up. It's getting there. We're getting a little bit of brown around the edges.
That's what you're looking for.
So now we're going to show you our little trick for getting a crispier and better, closer to real thing pizza crust. We use an extra pan.
An extra cookie sheet. I put it on top and I flip it. Now let's pray it comes right off. Okay. And then you just slide it back on. But now I'm going to put it back in for another 12 to 15 minutes.
Alright, we have successfully completed our 25 minutes of baking time. Total baking time. So, here is what you are going to end up with. Looks pretty much like a pizza crust, doesn't it? With no toppings, of course.
Okay.
Okay, now, first part. Pizza sauce.
Not the whole can.
Not the whole can.
Oh.
Okay, so now we're going to smear it around.
Look at him. Looks like he's worked in a pizza parlor before.
Oh, I've just seen a million pizzas being made. And, of course, our cheese. And our pepperonis.
Okay.
Who are you if you don't like pepperoni?
You can make it a veggie pizza, you can make it a cheese pizza, you can put mushrooms on it, you can put whatever toppings on it.
Spinach is a good one.
Yes, you can put any toppings on this pizza that you like on your regular pizza.
Now, of course, this is going to go back in for a little bit to melt the cheese and just to kind of get the crunch on the pepperoni a little bit.
Back in the oven, same temperature until the cheese is bubbly, maybe 8 minutes. Okay, our pizza is now done.
You look at that, you'd never be able to tell a difference.
And there's our first piece.
Time to eat.
That's his favorite part.
Pizza-rific.